First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise unto YAHAWASHI. All right, so John 10, verses 1 through 7, breakdown real quick. So verse 1, it says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold. Right, because who's the door? The door is metaphorically talking about YAHAWASHI. Right, he later says that in this chapter. Verse 9, I am the door. By me, if any man enter, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out, and shall find pasture. So you got it, in order for you, or Salakia, the sheepfold is going into the place in which the Israelites reside. And the sheep, they're the Israelites, right? You go to Jeremiah 50 and 6, my people have been lost sheep, right? You go to Matthew 15 and 24, right? The lost sheep of the house of Israel, Matthew 10, verses 5 through 6, right? And many other precepts in the book of Psalms, right? David is referred to as a sheep, right? When you go to the book of 2 Samuel, right? David calls the children of Israel these sheep, right? So we're referred to as a sheep, and the sheepfold is that gate, or basically that place in which the sheep reside, and the shepherd is at the door guarding them, right? It says, but climbeth up some other way, right? The same as a thief and a robber. Because what do you look like coming into your friend's house through a window, right? You're going to look like a thief, right? It doesn't look good. So you go through the door, right? Verse 2, that's how you righteously deal with the nation of Israel. You got to go through YAHAWASHI. Verse 2, but he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. The shepherd, because you have many shepherds, right? Let's go to the book of 1 Peter, right? You have many shepherds. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 2, feed the flock of the Most High. The flock of the Most High is the sheep, right? Which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind, not as being lords over God's heritage, but being a samples to the flock. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall rejoice, or Salaki, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. So that's the shepherd. The chief shepherd is going into YAHAWASHI, but there are lesser shepherds, which are who? The prophets, the teachers, and the men of the Lord that the Lord is raising up in these last days, right? Verse, Salaki, John chapter 10 and verse 3. So you got to go through YAHAWASHI, right? Because YAHAWASHI, he's the way. Like he says in the book of John, the 14th chapter, in the 7th verse. Verse 3. To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice, and he called his own sheep by name, and leadeth them out, right? Meaning that what? Hey, the Lord, he knows. And also the sheep, they know that YAHAWASHI, right? And the YAHAWASHI, he knows his sheep. Verse 4, and when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. And a stranger will they not follow. They're not going to follow after strange men and strange doctrines, and philosophies and strangers, man, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers. They don't know the voice of strangers, right? Verse 6, this parable spake YAHAWASHI unto them, but they understood not what things they were which he spake unto them. Then said YAHAWASHI unto them again, verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. So, there you have it. So YAHAWASHI, he's the door of the sheep. All right.